YouTube, what's going on, bro? Long time no see. Today we're gonna be doing a Guilty Gear Strive video. As you all know, there was a big information dump on Guilty Gear Strive with the new character selection screen, the new HUD, the new release dates, and of course the possibility for a co-op tag team mechanic. Now, the last one hasn't been completely confirmed, so don't take my word for it. However, there is some footage in the trailer saying that there might be some co-op or some tag team mechanic coming to Guilty Gear Strive, and I get my thoughts on it, so you don't want to mess that out. They've also done some exhibition matches, but I'll be uploading that video tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. Now, I'll be talking about the whole price ordeal that's going on with Guilty Gear Strive in another video, but for right now, enjoy the video of me going over the new aesthetic changes and the release dates for Guilty Gear Strive. All right. Okay. So let's take a look at this. All right, new UI. This is something that I've been looking forward to in a long time. Okay, so here's the thing. I took a look at this. First impressions as of right now, already way better. This character select screen, I like the red. I like kind of the dark. I like the fact that the stage and the character select is down here where you can see the sprites. I still like all that, and they enhanced the size of the sprites so you can see them in its full glory. I mean, you made these beautiful looking sprites, show them off, and they are. I like that a lot. It's still looking a little bit more simplistic than normal, which is, I think, fine. But let me tell you this. It's still better than BB tags. So I hope they just keep updating it from here. They just keep going. They keep taking more and more feedback about the roster. I'm sorry, not the roster, the UI of the character select screen. Okay, so they ready up. Oh, I like the transition from the room to the outside world, and then they load up the match. That's really cool. And they have the versus screen. And of course, they still have the speech in the beginning, which I think is badass as hell, by the way. This is one of the best parts about Strive. The intro in the beginning. So great. Ooh! Oh, that intro's kind of nice. That intro's kind of nice, chat. Ramlethal Valentine. All right, let's take a look. Oh, okay, hold on. This is the first time I'm seeing the HUD. This is the first time I'm seeing the HUD. So I got to take a look at this. They're still going with the hearts. To be honest with you, I hate the hearts. But on the other side of that coin, I can probably get used to it. It's not the end of the world. So for the most part, I don't like the hearts. I'd rather keep it just traditional, but I can get used to it. It's not that big of a deal. On the other side, we have the portraits. We have the burst meter right there, and then we have the tension down below. And then, of course, we have kind of like some cool aesthetics around it with chains and gears and all that stuff. It looks much better. It's still very simplistic, and I think it's still a work in progress. I think they almost got it, but they're heading towards the right direction. I'm so glad that they took away that whole thing with moving the portrait where the freaking health bar is. I'm so glad they went away with that, bro. So if you guys see down here, there's a little gear where it says that you have 50 meter, that you can use it right away. And I like that a lot. Okay, so I just took a look at this. The tension bar is not tension, I'm sorry, risk, the risk bar, right underneath the burst meter. I'm not gonna lie, the burst meter is kind of weird, being like a meter right here. But I do like how the risk gauge is a lot more visual than it was before. You could hardly see it in the previous UI or the previous HUD. So I'm glad that they're putting more emphasis on it. And I think I saw a picture of the risk bar being like real blown up when it gets to full. But we'll see it when we get to it. Counter. You still have ginormous fonts and ginormous letters whenever the freaking counter hit animation shows up. The game's still looking beautiful AF, man. The last thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the actual Guilty Gear trailer, the new one. I want to see the actual, so this is a trailer. So like I said, the trailer for Giovanna went up and I left when I reacted to it, but I didn't know that there was another trailer. It's the release date announcement trailer for Guilty Gear Strive, and this is the English version, and I think it has a whole bunch of different things other than just characters, which I like. It's basically the whole package, or what they're going to be using to market the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. All right, here we go. Ready? Yeah. A lot of history in this series, man. Look at all these characters. They're all gorgeous. Dramatic battles. Tell me about it, dude. Oh, yeah. Amazing. Look at this. It looks beautiful. Innovative? I don't know about that. But, you know, we'll see. Looking good. That's pretty cool, man. Using this as a marketing trailer for sure. The music is on point. The visuals are on point. That's all you need, man. It's freaking good. Ah, yes. The story. Oh, Soul, your voice. It's like molasses. Oh, yeah, looking nice and beautiful. I'm gonna have to look into the story a little bit more of this game. Who is that? Nice trailer there. Nice trailer there. So, available April 6th, 2021. That is when we get the game. April 6th, 2021. They are taking their sweet time. It's available for PS5, for Steam, and for PS4. Pre-orders are open. I'm ordering the Ultimate Edition 100%, by the way. I want to take a look a little bit more into the trailer right now because there was something that, of course, that a lot of people have noticed is the fact that this game might have a tag mechanic. So let's go ahead and take a look a little bit more in depth at the gameplay that we just saw. Intriguing characters, that's for damn sure. Innovative battle system. So, this part, this is probably what they meant by innovative battle system. Because I'm like, innovative? I don't know about that. But when it comes to the innovation part, I think they're talking about this. You know what I'm saying? So, tag mechanic. I'm thinking of a couple things. There's a lot of speculation going on right now. New tag mechanics or new party system, which doesn't make sense unless you have a tag mechanic in the game. So we've seen this before. Not in Guilty Gear, but we've seen this before where they have a 1v1 system, but they also have a tag team system, 2v2. Which is Mortal Kombat 9. I'm a big fan of how Mortal Kombat 9 did the tag team system and the multiplayer system, where you have different characters that you can play in the back, and they have specific assists depending on the button you press, and so on and so forth. And you can also tag in a buddy so they can play the person behind you. Either it could be like that, or it could be similarly to how Street Fighter Cross Tekken plays, which is having a mechanic where you can press a button or do something and then they come in running in. No assist, no nothing. It's just tag team, similarly to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I have a couple of speculations. Number one, they will do something similar to MK9 and they'll implement a 2v2 system and you can go in and you can customize it. If you don't want to do 2v2, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. That would be fantastic. I actually am all for that. I don't mind tag team stuff, as long as it's optional to how MK9 does it. Because this is a new thing for Guilty Gear. So you have the option for 1v1. You can play traditional Guilty Gear. And that's primarily how you're going to be playing the game. However, for those little side tournaments or for those little side events or for those things that you want to go with your buddy, you can go in a tag team mode. And you can play your favorite character and your buddy's favorite character. You can play two characters if you want to and start messing around that way. That adds more depth and a little bit more variety. So yeah, you could basically do something like that, optional. And I think it's a good thing that they're doing that. Or the second thing, this is going to be a story mode only, arcade mode only type of scenario where you can play with your buddy and you can go in side by side, you and him, and go in there, tackle on arcade mode and have a good time. Or story mode, similarly to how Granblue does story mode, where you have two characters, two people, you have a CPU possibly, or your buddy, and they go in there, and you go ham. Now, they could take the direction of Granblue Fantasy Versus, and that'd be great, but I do think that they're going to be experimenting a little bit with tag team mechanics, because They want something new. They want something fresh. They want some variety, innovative, as they said in the trailer. So this is something that has not been done before in Guilty Gear at all. This is brand new. And as long as they keep it optional, and they do expand beyond that, so they keep it optional, and you can also go online with a buddy, or you can do local with a buddy, and you can go side by side, and you can do 2v2s if you want to, a completely separate mode. I think that'd be really fun. If they do that, they have to do a couple things. They have to, of course, be able to kind of retweak the gameplay when you play 2v2, because I imagine that can bring up some pretty broken stuff if they go about it a certain way. And they have to revitalize or redo the HUD whenever you are in 2v2 mode, because of course you have to be able to see both health bars and be able to see what the other character is. I'm excited to see what they have for this aspect of Guilty Gear Strive, because it's kind of cool, the fact that they're doing something new and fresh. So anybody who's disagreeing with an optional tag team fighter or anything like that, more power to you. But I think that that's a great idea to be able to have that as an optional mode in the game. I mean, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, of course, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a tag fighter to begin with, but the fact that you can play with buddies makes the game a lot funner and a lot more casual friendly. That could be the reason why the HUD might be minimalistic, is because of the 2v2 system. That could be, but I'm excited for more info, man. I want to see more info about the game.